Everybody shut up. Shut the hell up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Shafflers Sitdown. Great title, by the way, where we will basically be recapping the games on Sunday, going over the weekly question, which I created, and then giving our predictions for next week's game. If my guests would like to say hello and a little bit about themselves, starting from top down, Kizgo?
Howdy, I'm the best diva.
Best diva on what team?
Spent League 0.
Okay. Oise? Is it Oise or Oise? Sorry.
I am the best brig.
Okay. On what team?
You actual
What team do you play for?
Double cap.
Ranter.
Okay, hello. I am Ranter, best Ana and novice for bot burgers. Ana one trick, by the way.
Alright, Rockney.
Rockney. Okay, so I'm a Pega bench warmer, dude. I keep that nice and toasty.
Alright, Silver Star.
I'm from One Trick Wonder. I'm their captain, and I play Ash a lot.
You're their newly benched captain, correct?
No, I'm not newly benched.
And then Stewie at the bottom of the list.
Worst done in the league.
Shut up. Stewie at the bottom of the list.
Yo, what do I say? I'm eating noodles right now.
Your team and what role you play?
So you're the second best diva in League 0.
I'm the worst diva in the league. I play for Rio.
Okay, thank you.
Also the worst team in the league. Oh what?
Yeah, fitting.
Oof.
No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
plot chat's there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Go down.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Coming out swinging.
we're going to get into the game recaps. The first game on the little spreadsheet that they have is Pepega Friends versus Plot Chat, and Pepega Friends were able to pull off the 4-0 sweep against Plot Chat, and we have one member from each team here to speak a little bit about the game. For first speaker, I'm going to let Rockney go first since his team won.
Alright, okay, thanks, Dad. I appreciate you. So basically, we fucking clapped Plat Chat. Easy, 1-3. Okay, and we did so good that we brought out 4 subs in the final round. So that was mega yikes.
GR.
Alright,
GR.
Kizgo, if you want to say anything to defend yourself or whatever.
So basically, our team played so bad that we got full road. But at least I killed Grape Cake as Arissa when I was Baby Diva like 3 times.
I do remember that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a little bit yikes.
We're gonna get a little bit more in depth here. If you wanna maybe talk a little bit more, Kizgo, about why you think your team played so poorly.
I think we played poorly because first off, we had no players at the beginning. Like the first map was just terrible because we had no players who actually played their roles. We just got slapped there, and then like by the third map, we were all just triggered. We were just so mad.
What was Kizgo? What was your team's initial reactions to seeing Pepega Parrots put in all their subs against you on the map 4?
We basically all said that they were memeing, and hopefully we could get one map, and then we still lost.
Nice.
That's a rip. Real quick, actually, I do want to say something. I want to talk about the casters of this game if I can, and how. Not good they were, okay? I'm trying to be nice about this.
I'm not name dropping, but that's, yeah.
Zane and Raging were the casters of that game, and I would like to formally or informally ask that they never cast, at least together, ever again.
Oh.
No, okay, I'm trying to be nice, but like, not only was their casting just like dead silence for half of it, but like it's either dead silence for like 50%, 25% of it was just them complaining about us playing goats, and then the other was, I guess, okay commentary. But
I mean, it wasn't a very close game.
But like, you gotta cast. They didn't. I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but I think that it definitely could be done a little bit better. We're going to move on to the Double Cap versus One Trick Wonders game. And a little bit of surprise to some of the people in the league with the One Trick Wonders actually pulling up the 3-1 victory over Double Cap. And the resident One Trick that we got here, Silver Star, if you want to talk a little about that game.
Okay, so I think we played well. We had to like rework our team quite a bit because we had to replace some people. But so this was our first game with like 2 or 3 extra people or new people, and I thought we did pretty well for our first time. But also, like, Double Cap didn't really play their best, I don't think, because there were points where I was like spectating the game and I saw I was like, oh, we're gonna lose this, and then we didn't. So I don't really know how good of a representation it was of our skill, because it's not only that we were playing really well, because Double Cap wasn't playing too well either.
All right. I predicted us to lose this already because I was on Zarya, right?
Oh,
Didn't they throw you out of the game, or your captain like kick you out?
My
because of some reason?
main take was like, dude, you said GR before the match is over because I said okay, can we talk about the next map? Because we probably can't win this because like literally what's it called? 8,000 ping, right? So she was just walking in a straight line for like more than half the map.
Who was?
Oh wait, was that Pichu?
Yeah,
So that was when we broke the record on Nubani of
they just
fastest
capped like
capped.
5 minutes, and I was like, okay.
No, we
it's
capped with like
unbelievable.
6:45 seconds left.
Kiz goes the
And then
best lap.
my main take, Captain, whatever, he got mad that I said that, so he subbed me out on the last map. So
Dude, that was like nutty though. We capped like we full capped with like 6 minutes and
we didn't
45
make a
seconds
test.
left.
We kind of just looked at you guys cap it, and then there's one point like before you capped second, I missed Zarya, and I locked Ryan, and then spawn switched, so I had to charge off the map.
Yeah, I remember that. I also remember who was playing Sombra.
Me and
You were
Ryan
playing
just-
Sombra. You got wienered by my McCree. He canceled you out of an
And then,
EMP,
yeah,
didn't
he
you?
flashed me out of an EMP because I did like the most stupid. Listen, I did like a big brain play, right? So I threw a translocator and then broke it, but Element did it right. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm just stuck here now.
How smart. Actually, Brandon.
GR.
Oasis head is bigger
And
than the
this, but
sun.
I pressed Q, but then he pressed E, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, we spent enough time on that. So the third and final game of the week was Bot Burgers 4-0 Rio Redemption. I was pretty sure Bot Burgers was gonna win this, but we can throw this to both their players if you would like to talk first about the game, Renter.
I actually didn't expect us to 4-0, to be completely honest. And I also didn't expect us to run Zen Goats because our coach does not like Zen Goats for some reason at all. And then he just let us have the free reign on it. And I was like, okay. I was kind of shocked with the result though with the 4-0. Even with Stewie there, I really felt like Rio wasn't playing their best. And even like I don't think Stewie would have done much if he was there for map 1 and 2 because they weren't really playing their best at all. I think they could have done a lot better.
Okay. Yeah, we got clapped hard. Rotate was on Diva for the first 2 maps because someone uninstalled my game. I went on a bike ride like an hour before the game,
Dog.
or like 2 hours before, and I came back and my Overwatch was uninstalled.
Wait a second. It takes you 2 hours to download Overwatch?
Oh, my Wi-Fi is really bad,
This dude
and
lives in
they like
India,
completely
man.
uninstalled. I don't even know what happened.
Didn't you have
I've
ping
un-
problems
I've-
during the game too?
Yeah, everything was going badly.
What does
So-
Rotate usually play?
He's our. I don't really know. He plays the off support. Or no,
He
main
plays the
support. I
bench.
think. Yeah, main
Is it-
support.
Wasn't he a
He's our
support
backup main
player?
support.
Like,
Yep.
wasn't he a support player that came to a flex role? If I remember
Yes,
correctly.
he's our full flex. He's our backup main tank, off tank, main support, and flex. Actually, no, not flex support, but yeah.
So a few more questions. Was there ever a point after you joined when you were like kind of mentally boomed as like a team as a whole, where like, okay, we're about to get 4-0 here, and you kind of just saw your team not playing well or just being down in the dumps, or did you just keep playing your hardest till the end?
Okay, so I noticed that Apple was pretty tilted on map 3, which was the first map that I came in, and that didn't really help anyone. And then yeah, I think like I think Apple was the only one who was like semi tilted, but then he's the main tank, so it really fucks everything up.
I'm going to move into one of my questions that I just kind of thought of on the spot, so hopefully I don't spring this on you. So Acronator does the thing where he asks the team who their MVP was, but I'm going to ask the losing team who they think the winning team's MVP was. A little twist on it. So,
Oh shit. Okay.
Kizgo, who would you give MVP to from Papega Parrots?
Goodbye.
Oh,
Me, forehead. Lol.
okay. We'll move. We'll move on to Oaze from Double
That's all,
Tap.
folks.
Who would you give the? Who would you give the MVP on one trick?
Your Blitz spread his cheeks, took a fat shit all over us.
Laser Blitz. Sorry, your mic cut out a bit.
Flashing me out of EMP. Not letting Ride Ghost play the game.
Stewie, who would you give the MVP on Bot Burgers to?
On Bob Burgers, you know, I really wasn't paying attention to the game. I don't remember anything from the game, but I'll just
If you
I
can't
don't
think of
know.
anything, Ranter, who would you give it to on your team then?
I think everyone did good.
I was voted MVP, but honestly, it has to be Pigeon or Slove, in my opinion. But I was voted. I don't know why. I think it should have been Pigeon or Slove.
Why do you think it should have been one of those two?
Because mainly Pigeon has been getting a lot of shit recently, and like people thought he was gonna be benched, and then he had a really good game where like we put him on off tank. He was getting a lot of good bomb value, and we set up a lot of good plays with him, and also I think Slope as well, because he had a really good map one with me, I believe, where we were running our Zen McCree comp, and I feel like he was killing a lot of things I Discording was popping off.
Ranter, I think you're like not even mentioning the fat point that Pigeon hits fat nays on the daily, so of course you guys had no chance.
Sure.
Yeah, it had to be Pigeon or Slow for me.
Kizgo is gone, crab.
Kizgo's
You want me to go?
Kizgo's salty.
He said, I had to sprint to get my quesadilla, bruh, sorry.
Shaffler, do not cut that out. I swear
Oh,
to God.
I think that's
Don't
good.
cut that out, please.
Yeah, we could just kind
So
of
you had
sit
to
here.
leave the call to go get a quesadilla?
Yeah, I guess.
You wanted to get it.
Imagine if halfway through the countdown, they're just like, hey man, how do you feel that you lost this weight? And then just fucking leave.
I'm
Michelle, where's my quesadilla? Hey, Michelle.
Hello,
I
Jeff
just
Shooter
did
from
from
Platchat.
Platchat.
Welcome. Your teammate Kizgo was supposed to be here, but he kind of dipped on us to go get a quesadilla.
Or
Yeah.
he just got mad.
Anyway,
Most mad,
we'll
24
fill
is.
you in. Basically, we talked about the past games, and that's pretty much it. Real quick, before I ask you, before I resume, I'm gonna ask you who you think was the MVP from Papega Parrots. So if you want to think about that for a bit, and then
Papega Parrots?
yeah, I'm reversing it.
Um.
No, don't tell me right now. You guys have
Okay,
some time to think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
All right. So while you think about it, is there anything that you'd like to talk about your game against Papega Parrots? Because you guys did get 4-0. If there's anything you want to talk about out of any of the 4 maps.
I think our defenses weren't that bad. It's our offenses that were rough. Like, I think we had a good defenses at some points, but our offenses we couldn't just bring it together, which sucked. But
Yeah, because I know on Anubis we only capped with a minute left, but you guys were full held, which is unlucky.
yeah,
And then what was the hybrid map again?
Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah. Just a little bit short there too, but I mean, a 4-0, do you like I was talking a bit to Kizgo about it, and he said you guys were getting a little tilted after map 3, but then map 4 when we put our subs in, you guys were maybe thinking you could get the win. Can you speak on that at all?
I mean, after like map 3, we were like, whatever. It's just a learning experience at that point. So,
That's
it's
a good
just
mentality to have.
I mean, then again, you guys have been playing since like the beginning and had practically the same roster. I don't think you guys have any significant changes, right?
No.
We've been playing together pretty much since like the midpoint, and yeah, it's just like scheduling issues at some points that it makes it hard to practice sometimes. So I think, going into the match, like we kind of knew that it was going to be a very tough match, and that our expectations for winning weren't exactly the highest. Or that's okay. That's my way of viewing it. I'm not going to speak for everyone else, but
Mhm.
yeah. But I just thought of it as like a good learning experience to see like how well you guys did, and you guys did really well.
Thank you.
Like there were some things where I could it was really noticeable, like how different you guys played compared to every other team.
Fat mayonnaise.
So is there anything specific going into next week that you would like to work on with your team at all?
Target focus and shot calling.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna throw the question at you with the reverse MVP. If who would you give the MVP on Papega Parrots to?
Papega Parrots.
Yes.
Probably you, Shaffler. You played really well.
Me? Oh shucks.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh,
Now,
thank
okay.
you. You know what? I actually invited you because I PM'd you and told you to pick me for MVP. So thank you for that.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's okay. Ranter filled me in on the way there. He's like, "Yo, pick Shaffler for MVP."
No.
I was like, "Alright."
He was in the middle of my Toker pugs because I have a team hosting Toker pugs.
Mm-hmm.
I go in the call, be like, "Yo, Jeff, we need the plat chat filler."
Yeah.
All right. We will move. Oh wait, you didn't make any predictions, but that's fine. Well, we're gonna move on to our prediction section where looks like most of us have One Trick Wonders beating Plat Chat. Some of us have a 4-0. Ranter has One Trick actually 4-0 Plat Chat. If you'd like to talk about that a bit.
I honestly think the problem with plat chat isn't really the talent. I just think it's mainly their comp structure, and that takes a while to build up. And that's why I predicted a 4-0 because I feel like One Trick will coordinate better than plat chat, and I think their talent's very similar. And usually the team that's coordinating better usually wins and dominates the series.
Sure. I mean, I could just ask you as we go, Jeff. What do you think the scoreline between you and One Trick will be?
I think it'll be close. I mean, like, yeah, I just think it'll be close. I think now that we're getting closer, like especially for some of us that like live up north in Canada, school's ending, so we have a lot more free time, which means a lot more play time, which is a big benefit.
Gamer
Allows for more
time.
scrims. Yeah, gamer time, pretty much.
Yep, epic.
And sure, just to ask someone who had a little bit closer, Owaze has a 3-2 going into map 5, but still One Trick winning. Why do you think it'll be a little bit closer than a 4-0?
I don't think flat chat's that bad, to be honest.
So this one's probably the closest one between all the teams, Bot Burgers versus Double Cap. The most one-sided prediction we have is from Rockney. He has Bot Burgers 4-0 Double Cap. If you'd like to explain yourself.
They're gonna actually clap them, okay? Dude, they're gonna come out swinging and break their knees on sight, dude. I've called it.
Is there any...
You do realize you're
dude,
missing
this is
Z
our
Power
comeback,
and a DP.
Dude, that's just like dead weight at this point, okay, man? They're gonna fucking destroy him, okay?
Agreed.
Yeah, okay.
I don't.
Is there any specifics that you'd like to talk about, or are you just gonna just say they're gonna smash?
Well, no,
them?
Bot Burgers is just the second best team, so.
All right, that makes sense. And there's a lot of 3-2s, a lot of 3-1s. Stewie, you have Double Cap actually winning 3-2.
Yeah, I do.
You want to give your explanation for that?
I think that Double Cap will win the first two, and then Bot Burgers will win the second two, and then they'll come up clutch and stop the reverse sweep.
Sure.
Again.
Because I don't know, it's just my intuition that's gonna happen, and it's probably not gonna happen, but
It could happen. You never know. That's definitely going to be the closest game. One Trick could be close, but this next game probably won't be. Just because we all have the Papega Parrots beating Rio Redemption. It's either 3-1 or 4-0.
yo, who the fuck changed it?
We'll go. I guess we haven't heard anything from Silver Star yet. Oh wait.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
oh
go
wait, no,
ahead.
I changed the wrong one.
Well, you have Rio winning 4-0. If you want to.
No,
Dylan.
no, someone erased mine. That was my fault.
Wait, Dylan. What were your predictions, Silver Star?
Mine was us beating Plat Chat.
No,
at
the
3-1.
Papega Parrots versus Rio.
Oh.
What was your prediction for Papega versus Rio?
Papega versus Rio 4-0.
Who?
For who?
Papega friends beating him.
Okay, why?
Just because Rio hasn't been doing really well at all, and I thought one of their big players that were going onto their team, which was Ada, who's nutty, and he used to play on our team. I just recently learned that he hasn't really been that that involved with the team, and if that's true, then they, basically traded away a good main tank for nothing. And I don't know, I just don't see them doing very well in it. Because, like, Rio has, like, nothing going for them, and so far, Papega Parrots, they haven't, like, nothing has gone wrong for them so far. So it's like the odds are stacked against them.
Sure. I guess you could. I'll talk next about it. I actually have Papega Parrots winning 3-1 to Rio, just because we have a habit over here at Papega of underestimating our opponents. We try to make that a key thing to not underestimate Platchat, but our control maps have been getting a little bit better. But I feel like there could be a map that they could snag off of us, because they're definitely a good team if they could just focus up. So a 4-0 wouldn't be surprised. Also, a map 5 wouldn't really be that surprising for me.
Shaffler, you're saying you're worried about underestimate. We put 4 subs in last game.
Dude, I mean, we underestimated double cap and we lost to them, so
That feels bad.
Well, that's because we were mega sped.
that happens. And then, so those are basically our predictions. So we can try to wrap this up a little bit quicker, a little bit not so it's not like an hour long. We could talk about our final question, the big overarching question of your team's most underrated player that you'd like to talk about. If it's that they aren't talked about a lot, or if people think that they're bad and they're actually good, or just basically any kind of way they're underrated, like if they're a good team presence, or if they're on the bench but they're good for team morale. I don't know if you have one ready, Jeff, but I'll give you some time and we'll move on to Awais. Who's your who do you think's your most underrated player on double cap?
I think it's Painless, to be honest. I underestimate how much he can feed every day.
Oh,
Bad, I'm not gonna lie.
I actually have one.
okay, Jeff.
I think it's Paradox. He has really good comms, and like if he gets a Discord, he will shout it so that we know exactly who's Discorded and where. He has very good comms, and I think that's very valuable to our team.
Yeah, a lot of the skill involved with playing Zen is just calling out your Discords, so I can see that. Yeah. And I mean, that's a good target, because I haven't really heard too much talk about Paradox in League Zero.
I want Shafflers good at Zen, because he just has to yell.
Alright, dude. We're going to move on to Ranter of Bot Burgers, underrated player.
Probably. This is a hard one for me, because there's a lot of people that do things behind the scenes, and it's a really close tie between Octo and Pigeon, between those two, because they do a lot behind the scenes. Like, a lot of it mainly just keeps me up, and a lot of it, like they do a lot of things for the team, such as calming. Like, they let us know the information, and like they keep the team up. I feel like they're probably like the real MVPs of the team. It's probably Octo and Pigeon.
All right. And then Rocky, if you want to talk about Papega Parrots, who's the most underrated player on this team.
I think it's Lilty.
Good choice.
Because he's a really good support, and I hear barely anyone talking about him, which is kind of a Pepe hands.
Yeah, if I can expand on that, I agree, because not only is he just mechanically and gameplay-wise arguably the best Lucio and main support, maybe around the area or close to him is Adithi, but like he's probably like one of the best main supports, and so that alone should get him talked about. But also,
don't encourage a Deefy. He'll go Reddit. He'll go Reddit more. Don't encourage it. Don't encourage it.
Yeah, just a little bit odd how he joins chat sometimes. It's reading Mein Kampf word from word. That's a little bit odd, but besides that, he's doing really good.
And
I mean, he's a good narrator, but like,
yeah.
Lilthy's also one of our in-game leaders, or whole all track for us, whole set up plans for us, and that's just something that most teams might not even have, and we're pretty lucky to have a boy like Lilthy on our team. You know, definitely underrated, because I don't think I've heard
he's
a
a
word
mega
talked about
thick
him.
boy.
Silver Star, give us your underrated player from One Trick.
Okay, so from the last game or just overall?
Overall,
probably Domination, because he's been really. It's like he didn't play a lot in the beginning because he was away on vacation for the first week or two of League Zero, and he came back and I was like, he didn't talk a lot, and I was like, oh well, he's just kind of another guy to be on our team, and I didn't think he was that good. But then as he got used to the team, I realized that he's trying a lot. He's working on alt tracking right now, and he's working on any new strat we try. He's willing to fill the role and try his hardest at it. And we had a rotations practice the other day, and I recorded the whole thing because some people couldn't be there, and it ended up being really, really long because my idiots for teammates decided to shoot each other as we were trying to do it. So it ended up being like an hour and 20 minutes long, and he went through and did timestamps for the whole entire hour and 20 minutes so that the team could just go through it easier. And just overall, I feel like he's having a big contribution to the team.
Sure. And rounding this out, Stewie, if you'd like to say your most underrated player on Rio Redemption.
Let's see here. I've been playing Build Battle, so I haven't had the most time to think about
2
this.
years, sped.
Okay.
But no, I'm not. I think I don't know. Epps is rated pretty highly, but he literally does like everything behind the scenes and shit. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I can accept that answer.
Maybe Apple, I'd
Apple?
say.
1 second, let me pull
Because-
up some quotes.
Apple, he does like a lot of calling mid game and shit. He's a in-game leader, so I'll give it to him.
All right, fair enough. So this is pretty much finished all the talking points that I wanted to talk about. So this could be the part. If there's anything that you guys want to say or talk about, I'll go down the list, and you guys can feel free to bring up a new topic to talk about. Say nothing. Say go next. Say anything you want to talk about. I'll start with you, Jeff.
Anything I want to talk about?
Yeah.
No.
No. All right. Always. What?
Good answer. GR.
GR voice, GR.
What are we doing? What was to say?
If there's anything else that we haven't talked about, like any new topics, it could be like anything regarding League Zero or anything that you that you wanted to say.
New map pool sucks.
You don't like the new map pool? Why not?
No one does.
Oh,
I like
goats.
it.
I like the new map pool. I like.
Oh,
it.
you're.
Oh
like
my
Hollywood.
God, dude, I want to actually win a game.
I like Nobani smile.
I'm okay with
funny.
it. I like the control
Fun
maps a lot
fucking
better.
Pro maps are cool.
All right, so if we're adding in things I think are valuable information, then we have a new comp, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but the name of it is Nut in a Blender. So
Why would you tell us if you're going to tell us what the comp was?
because it's called Nut in a Blender.
I'm
so
guessing
it's
it
like-
has to do with Hammond because you know he's a hamster.
But is it as good as Dick and
What does that have
Balls?
to do with either?
Probably not.
But is it as good as
Be
Dick
honest.
and Balls? I'll have you know, me and Pigeon has a
Let's
better
be
comp.
honest.
Hey guys, I have something
You-
important to say. Okay, don't skip over me, gang. Okay, facts from Kevin
New
feelings.
free buff comes out today.
Rocky.
Okay, the better and better I get is when the slower time moves and the easier it is the most uncanny feeling I've ever seen.
For people who aren't aware, like 90% of you, that is a tweet that Apps from Rio Redemption.
I've always
tweeted.
been a flick aimer, but I now have been tracking much more freely. If my team moves off, it goes, I will carry Eps.
Apps. There's a bit of a meme going around Papega Parrots where people like to yoink Epps' tweets and then
I'm a better DPS than him. No.
and then
leaks.
spam them with them. So that's
I just want to go
hilarious.
back to the zeros just for the music.
Got it. All right, Ranter, we skipped over you because Rockney is a little bitch. Is there anything that we
It's actually mainly I want to call out somebody and also like want to shout out somebody at the same time.
go for it?
I mean, we want to like shout out Oasis and Charm for having my back in DC private calls because I know a lot of people have been shit talking me, aka Gum Sauce, the other flex support.
Oof.
So I want to like just
Oh.
I kind of want to like call him out on this. It's funny how people rated you extremely low, and I defended your back and thought you were the most improved player, but then you guys shit talk me behind my back. So you
Get
know.
yiked.
Damn.
Can we get some
So
leaks?
you know what, Gum Sauce? You're lucky I'm not playing Zen and Ana this series, because I would body you.
If my team switches off
Damn.
goats, I will carry.
Oof.
Wait, real quick. Clear comms, Ranter. Can I get some more specific things they said about you, just to give some more?
Oh, no, sure.
Some
He
more
said
tea.
he can't Zen. He said that I am trash. Let's see. He said, like, I remembered it. He said, because we played a Toker series, he said when it was me versus him, he won most of the duels, despite me winning player of the match of that Toker series. Yeah. I just want to call that man
Yeah.
out because he deserves it. Because I had his back, and then he's just gonna shit talk behind my back like that. So no,
Dude.
fuck you.
Only if I
Fuck
could have
you.
gotten Gum Sauce
Yo,
on the
fucking
show.
gum sauce.
Dude, I almost I asked Gum Sauce to be on the show, but he didn't play in your games.
Break his knees.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who the? Wait,
Like
Elise?
I actually thought he was the most improved player, but like no, like, if you're gonna like trash talk me like that, you don't like deserve that type of award,
Damn,
dude.
that
Honestly.
could have
Yeah,
been.
so I
This
get
video
it
could have
now.
been so
Yeah.
much better if Gum Sauce was here instead of Stupid Always.
Damn.
Yeah, but like
Anyways,
like you and Rykos had a really good show, and I actually gained a lot more respect from you two because I actually thought Gum was improving. But like, if you're just gonna shit talk behind my back, dude. No, that's uncool.
Damn.
That's uncool.
Looks
That's
like
not
Gum Sauce
epic.
is eating
Wait,
turds.
can we talk about what Shaffler just said?
What? I called you stupid?
Bing.
What?
Always, your shitty mic. I'd like you to repeat what you said.
No.
No?
Say into the microphone.
Okay. I mean, sorry. You kind of already said something, but if there's is there anything else?
What are we talking about?
TR.
All right, you're getting kicked.
See, guys, the better and better get his widow is the slower.
But yeah, I do want to shout out always to Charm for actually having my back.
Oh,
But,
shoutouts?
No, we're
Yeah.
not doing shoutouts.
Shout out to
No.
my
If I can outro this real quick, thank you for watching this episode of Shafflers Sit Down. This is episode
Wait.
1. Probably the most scuffed episode. Had some pretty
Wait.
garbage guests, but still want to thank them
I-
for
Fuck you,
coming
Shaffler.
out.
I want to give a
Wait,
shout out. I want to give
wait.
a shout out to
Oh.
my boy Carlos. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Carlos. Thanks for
What's
watching.
up,
Goodbye.
Happy birthday,
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Gum Sauce.
Hey, how's it go?
We may or may not have had a little bit of a section where we're giving people free talk, and then Ranter called you out a bit. So I wanted you guys. I called you in here so if you guys would have a little discussion for some tea.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's have this discussion. You called me a trash Zenyatta, and I
didn't
can
say
only
you
play.
were.
Yeah, you did. I had the screenshots. Yes, I did. You did.
Okay.
W.
So
For sure. So my confidence in your play is specifically on Ana, not as much as Zenyatta. Specifically for that little bit. So I've never really seen you do Zenyatta. I've seen you always play
no.
Ana.
No. You said you outplayed me on Toker, and
Yeah, I
I
did,
had played
yeah.
with them. Yeah. You said that. So you have seen my Zen, so that's a lie. So you have.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
I'm actually queued for a freaking quick play game. I should probably leave this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay. So I had to quit Overwatch for a second.
Yeah. So you want to talk this out? So
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And basically, I don't really see you basically doing like the basics of like Goats Zen. I haven't seen too much of it. Some of
Yeah.
the fundamentals.
like I will explain that because our coach is wants us to run Ana Goats. That's the main reason.
Really?
That's
okay.
Like, yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
too
nothing
bad.
to do with me. It's not
Okay.
not that I can't play Zen.
you
It's mainly
sure?
the fact that my
Maybe
Like,
maybe you
that's-
can't play Zen. Maybe you suck at Zen, Ranter.
Oof. Here's the thing. I will give you definitely 100% benefit of the doubt that you're a good Zen. I just haven't seen it enough, and the times that I were
Yeah.
able to wasn't too often. Maybe because you weren't practicing it, or because your coach really wants you to just do on the goats all the time.
No, because he thinks Zen Goats is actually weaker. You'll be
Okay.
shocked. Yeah, he thinks Zen Goats is weaker.
That's kind of a shock.
Yeah. So his analogy behind the Ana versus Zen Goats thing is that you can't really coordinate behind it till Masters, which I think is a lie.
Okay.
I think you can coordinate really well. Yeah, that's the.
Okay.
Just
'cause-
shoot the guy who has the Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so-
Exactly my argument.
Yeah, okay, so there's definitely something we got cleared up because, like I said, I've never seen you pick Zen or rarely ever have, and like I said, the times that you have, you were better off as Ana.
Yeah, because
I've
I've been practicing that
practiced it.
more. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
So,
exactly. I would agree
That's
with
my
that.
clarification. I don't like talking trash specifically unless like I absolutely know it for sure.
Yeah,
Like
I
that-
don't want to call you out, but like I called you out on the video mainly because you like the shit you said. So I didn't like
Yeah.
want to be that dick. I wanted to work it out.
Ranter, do you
course,
think you may have overreacted a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, can we like make sure the video doesn't go to King? Because I don't want to get beat.
Wait, why?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, why would you get beat?
Because did you hear what I said about King?
Oh my
What
God.
did he kicked you
Yeah,
out?
so I just wanted to work that out with you because I'm not the guy that usually shit talks, but like
Yeah, of course. Neither am I,
Yeah.
honestly.
yeah.
Right. Can,
This is
can,
that.
People
like I
like
said-
blacklist people.
we can we get a little kiss between Gumsauce and Ranter?
Oh yeah,
God.
absolutely.
Sure.
How do we do this on the internet?
Just 3, 2, 1, and then make a kissing sound into your mic.
Oh god. Okay. All right. 3.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
One.
Mwah.
Oh, there you go, boys.
Holy
Okay, let me
moly.
stop
This is gonna be in the video too. It's gonna be awkward as hell.
Oh, no.